Hey Game Shed viewers, it's Jamie from the Game Shed. Today we're going to be running through a little compendium of all of the NES releases of the franchise Contra. So we're starting here with Contra, the original release, on which was a very popular arcade game. Myself, I played it. I used to play it on the Play Choice 10 arcade, which had a load of quality classic arcade games such as Excite Bike, Double Dragon, Tennis, the Nintendo Tennis that is, along with many other quality games. Shaped my childhood probably. It was my first regular visit of a particular arcade cabinet, and I mean the venue I used to play at didn't ever actually change up the games, so you'd have the same games week in, week out, and this was one of my most favourites of those games. Used to ask my mother for £1, and myself and my elder friend would always play two-player. I'd always end up being player 2, guy with the red trousers, who I believe is called Lance Bean. This player I'm using here, Bill Riser, who is obviously the chief, the top dog, as it were. Player 2, red trousers. No one wears red trousers. It's not that great unless you're Michael Jackson. I don't really think you should be wearing red trousers, quite frankly, especially not when you're in the forest, in the woods, even, or the jungle, for that matter. So yeah, used to play this for hours on end, probably not really getting past stage 1, this stage I'm doing here. As you can see, I'm finding it very easy, especially with the S super weapon. Just taking out this M-boss nice and easily, just lying there. Guns can't get me. Capping them one by one, nice and slowly, drop down and shoot the heart of the beast. And that rounds up our Contra 1 first level. Quite simple. Lovely gameplay, perfect if anything. So we move on to our actual request, which was for Super C, or Super Contra in the arcade. The Alien Strikes Back, I believe it was called. This was released on the NES in 1990 in North America. Didn't hit our shores in the UK until 1992. No idea why. Obviously Contra 1 was still selling by the bucket load. This version, thoroughly enjoyable. They've added a few little touches here and there. You've got plenty more soldiers in this one, attacking you from all angles. People coming from behind, people from above, all sorts. People lying down, as you can see, quite tricky. You can see here I've actually started with not your usual 3 lives, but you can see 4. I've got plenty more than 4 lives. I've actually got 30 lives because I entered the up, down, left, right, A, B, start cheat, because quite frankly I find it a little difficult in places, and even going so far as level 1 without losing a single life I find pretty tricky, especially when you've got these little bunkers and people hunkering down in them. It can be very challenging. Very enjoyable game, absolutely perfect. I've got my choice of weapon here, my S gun, just blasting people away, loving it. But unfortunately, with this new element of grenades thrown in, they can be a little, well, not very productive towards my completion of the game with no lives lost, as you can see there. So yeah, this game, the turret guns again feature, which were mounted on the wall in the first Contra, are now sort of just based in front of you, a target that you can no longer just run past. You've literally got to take him out. And you can see here, Tricky surrounded by loads of people trying to take advantage of my brief invulnerability, but didn't make it that far and got killed by that little geezer in his foxhole. So here we are at the end of stage 1 with the helicopter boss. So you've got to take out 4 guns on the side, which are spraying you indiscriminately. Quite easy. And then you've got to take out the heart of the helicopter whilst men are attacking you. How many men are in that helicopter? Dozens. Health and safety officials wouldn't be happy if they knew how many people were inside that mode of transport. But, you know, it's obviously some form of TARDIS chopper helicopter. Excuse my lack of English, it's been a long day. So, yeah, simple there, just shoot the eye of the beast and down she goes. So that's Super C, or Probotect 2, Return of the Evil Forces, when it was released over here in '92, a couple years later. Just for some sort of reflection, in '92 on the Super NES, Hard Corps was released. So yeah, this is the third NES installment, Contra Force, which originally wasn't a Contra game. I believe it was nothing to do with the franchise whatsoever, but Nintendo, I believe a decision was made to take a Japanese game which was already in development called Arkhound and slap the Contra label over it. This game's horrible, it's sluggish, it doesn't feel like a Contra, it isn't a Contra. You can pick different characters. This guy, he's got a sniper rifle, he's taking people out from 8 to 10 feet away. I mean, you know, is this the start of the no-scope sort of genre that we're seeing at the moment with these Call of Duty players who do nothing but no-scope? Yeah, the best bit, I literally hate this. I hate this game. Best bit about it is that moving truck. You can't base a game on the moving truck. Just to show how much I love it, I'll jump back, have a little go. Look at its intelligent movement. It knows where you're going to go, where you want to go. If you jump, it'll cover you, so you can land on it safely. Isn't that sweet? Yeah, when you find something like that which impresses you most about the game, you know the game's flawed. What do you do here? Do you jump on them? Do you jump over them? I'm clearly struggling with them. Do you run through them? Do you take advantage of your invulnerability and just dash through? Why isn't the side of the screen scrolling? I don't get it. I hate the game. It's terrible. I wish it was never invented. I wish it was banished along with things like the dodo. It's that redundant to me. In fact, bring the dodo. I don't know what it does. Bring it back. There's crates falling on me. Why are there crates falling on me? I don't know. What is that gap in the floor? Everything about this game stinks. And well, I'm going to end it all with a box. Suicide by box. There we go. 3. And that ends that misery. So yeah, they're the 3 NES games that were released to the North American market anyway. I could do the same video for the PAL regions at some point when I get around to it. We've actually got loads of requests from our Twitter followers. I think now, having set up Twitter a couple of weeks ago, we're up to 300 dedicated retro gamers, so thank you very much for following us. If you're unaware of our Twitter, the address will pop up below now. So it's at GamesShed, that's games with an S on the end. And if you like us, give us a little thumbs up, like our video, subscribe to us, and drop us suggestions, etc. We're more than willing to make videos of whichever retro games you fancy. Remember to check out our blog as well, which is at thegamesshed.co.uk. So thanks for listening to me ranting on about various bits and bobs to do with the Contra series on the NES. Bye!